Okay, this is the new Behringer X32 along with a new crown amplifier down here and a couple of new speakers out there. Kind of give you the quick rundown of how it's going to work. So basic stuff, first thing you'll do is you'll turn this on in the back, click, it's a power switch right here. Takes a second for it to boot up. Note that you will now have to turn on an amplifier as well once the board comes up. Come down here, there's one button right there, click. These dials and everything should stay in one spot. And now the board is ready. So just a general walkthrough. We have our channels over here. There are two acoustic guitar channels, a bass channel, piano, keys, and drums. The first acoustic guitar channel is on the left. The second one is on the right. The bass is on the left. The piano is on the right. The keys are on the left. And the channel for drums is on the right. They're all labeled down there using the first three channels on each side. There are 4 vocal channels, vocal 1, vocal 2 over here, vocal 3, vocal 4 over there, and then finally we have the lapel, which is hooked to the wireless pack. One thing to note, when the board comes up, you will see this selected. You'll need to press this button here, bus 1 through 8. This will set you up to be able to control all of the other pieces that we're controlling here. We have 2 monitors set up that will eventually have 2 powered monitors that will connect to the lower left-hand jack down there. Instead of being powered, sending power down there through an amplifier, we'll have powered speakers down there, which is based on how it's wired is the proper way to have that set up. You can set these, and you can watch some videos on how to do that, but basically you would select it and then do sends on faders, and then you can select what you want to hear in each monitor, a monitor for the left and a monitor for the right. You then have several different stereo inputs. You have one that'll be marked DVD, you have one that'll be marked PC, and then you'll have one that'll be marked iPod. These are stereo linked, so when you run them up and down, they will both move, and when you mute and unmute, they will mute and unmute together. So that's kind of the basic layout. If we wanted to, for example, let's say play something from our iPod, we would take this, we'd plug it in, we would unmute this, we'd bring our master up to about unity gain, and then slowly raise this, and that would bring the music into the house. Same way with everything else. If I were to come over here, if I had a guitar, once the guitar is plugged in, I'm going to unmute the guitar and just bring the level up. That's really the basics of how to run the board. A couple of things you may want to note. There are these select buttons up here at the top. These will allow you to then, whatever one is selected, it'll allow you to then control all the special features. This is the gain, any kind of cuts, gates, dynamics. It does have a compressor on every channel. It has an EQ on every channel, and you'll see that here. And then as well as the bus sends and things like that. Those are all available. So there's tons of videos online. If you want to know some more detail, go ahead and do that. There is a headphones right here. You can adjust that usually about straight up. And the key thing here is the headphone jack is right in this side, and there's one on the other side as well. So you can use that headphone jack too. I think that basically covers all of it. One thing to note, that when you're turning it off, the correct way to do this, although it doesn't particularly harm it if you don't do this, you would hold the home button down, and that will effectively lock the console. So now, whatever I do, it's not going to cause any harm. If I then hold the home button down again, it'll unlock, and then everything gets set back to exactly how it was before I locked it. So the shutdown procedure is hold down the home button, and then we turn it off. However, you always want to turn them off in the opposite order that we turn it on. So in this case, we would turn off the amplifier. Once the amplifier clicks off, we would then turn off the X32, and preferably put on a nice little cover that comes with it, and you're on your way. Hope you enjoy.